Hey, it's Brittany with Illuminating Bliss, and I wanted to take a second and talk to you guys about the July full moon in Capricorn and lunar eclipse. Now, I know most of you have probably already caught my July energy report. If not, head over to my Instagram. Make sure to follow because I'm always posting collective energy reports and just a lot of helpful tidbits. But I really wanted to take a second to talk about this lunar eclipse because it's a really powerful time. See, the full moon in July is the thunder moon, and that by nature is already a magical peak. It's a time where energy and particularly psychic or magic energy is at its highest, probably the highest it is through the year until we get to October. So this is a time where energy is at its highest and your dreams are going to be very prophetic. So make sure that you're paying attention, maybe writing them down if they're very detailed, because you'll want to look back at them later. And it's really about manifesting that push forward. You really want to meditate on self discovery in this full moon because you will be able to get a much larger vision of just your path and where you're going. You want to meditate on self discovery and what is ready to emerge in your life because that's how you know where you're going. So once you've done that, then you can set intention to unlock and open yourself to destiny in any and all soul contracts that are of your highest good, because that's going to remove blocks and bring you into alignment by activating that memory within yourself and those soul contracts that are of your highest good. It's going to bring you into contact with people who can help you move forward, opportunities that will open doors for you. Um, it's it's literally that push forward. You know, a lot of people feel like lunar eclipses are negative or scary, and they're really not. They are portals of energy and they are very powerful, but they're not meant to be scary. And really, this one is about preparing for the next chapter of growth to be revealed to you. It's about setting the intention that your truth be revealed to you. Um, yeah, so I don't want you guys to be afraid of it. It's definitely something that you want to use and that to you want to be open to working with the energy of it. Um, of course, I know that a lot of people have their own rituals set up, but like I said, this is a great time to meditate on self discovery, what's ready to emerge in your life. And it's also a great time for releasing um, karmic debt and uh, karmic connection in general. Um, of course, everyone has their own thing that they're comfortable with, but if releasing karmic debt is something that strikes a nerve with you, or it feels like there's something that you should be doing or focusing on, you want to go ahead and get a piece of paper that you can use for your intent. You want to set the intent that you are releasing all karmic debt and karmic connections that are relating to, and you can put your list. It can be related to financial um, financial stress or debt. It could be karmic bonds related to being overweight, being unhappy, being depressed. Because what that does is when you set this intention and you go ahead and you release that karmic debt, that karmic connection to yourself, um, what you're doing is allowing yourself to clear the path. And I know some people don't believe in past lives. And if you don't believe in past lives, then you can look at this as clearing the path and removing any negative karma that you may have associated with these things from earlier in your life. And for others who do choose to believe in reincarnation or past lives, it will be removing that karmic debt or that karmic connection, that karmic tie, um, from not only earlier in your life, but any past lives as well. What I saw in that moment was the burning of ancestor money. So, um, if you have some on hand, that would be really great for you. Go ahead and burn some ancestor money. And please, ancestor money is not the same as regular US dollar bills. Do not burn your money. You buy ancestor money in packs, and um, it's like special paper that's been created with the intent to be burnt. So you're not literally burning your money. It's it's designed. It's called ancestor money. You can look it up right on Amazon. I might even drop a link in the description box below so that you can find it easier. Um, so yeah, once you have that intention set, once you have everything written down, you speak it out loud, burn it, and burn it. You may want to do that outside under the light of the moon, um, because in your house, you're trying to get rid of it. So step outside, burn it, and then go ahead and throw salt in the bowl with it, because your intentions is to purify. So that salt is a purification agent that's going to help you make sure that the cleansing completely took place. And then you're going to release the ash into the wind, because you want the wind to carry that away. You want this release to be quick and fast, and you want it to be flexible. So you want to release it into the wind. And when you're done, make sure to have gratitude, because you have to claim things like they've already happened and be thankful for them like they've already taken place if you really want to see things come into fruition for you. Um, Ritual spirituality is all about faith. It's all about intention, and it's all about faith. And you really have to have that faith that your intentions are going to be seen through, and that you're worthy of your intention. You can't keep setting intention that you be released of something and you don't think that you're worthy to be released of it, because you haven't released yourself of it, or you haven't forgiven yourself for your part that you played in it. You can't. It's just like, okay, let's say you want to manifest money. So you're saying, okay, I release all karmic debt, bonds, and connections relating to me being in financial debt or being impoverished, not having enough money. But you don't believe that it's going to happen, or you don't believe that you deserve the money, or you're not working towards getting money. You can't, I mean, you could set intentions for money and then sit on your ass and just think money's going to fall out the sky. But that's not how this works. You know, faith without works is dead. And really, you know, they say God helps those who help themselves. So you have to do your part. You have to believe that you're worthy of the money. You have to believe that you're worthy to be forgiven for whatever karmic debt you're releasing. And you have to do the work to usher in what you're trying to bring in. If you release whatever karmic cycles you have around debt, and you say, okay, I believe I deserve the money, but then like you don't apply to any jobs, or you're not going to work, you're not working on your business or doing anything productive, how can you expect to bring that forward? I mean, yeah, sometimes the universe will shoot you like a lucky shot every once in a while. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you can't win the lottery if you're not playing. So, how are you going to do that if you're not playing? Sorry, I needed a sip of my tea. So, I pulled some decks out, and I figured we could pull some cards and see what else comes up as far as the July full moon. Yeah, no, you're fine right here. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. Okay, I'm going to try and see if they'll give us one more, but I don't think, okay, they gave us one more. Okay. So the crazy thing is that they are just going ahead right off the break and acknowledging that the energies around this full moon are extremely strong, because every single card that they tossed out here is a major arcana card. And this deck was thoroughly shuffled, I assure you. So we have Serenity, Perspective, which Serenity in this deck, this is actually the Starseed Tarot, and Serenity is the Hermit, and Perspective is the Hangman. And then we have Magician. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So yeah, like I said, right off the bat, they're acknowledging that this energy is very powerful because we have all major arcana cards. There's no minor arcana here. And I also feel like they're acknowledging that this energy is one that sends you within. This is not one where you're going to be feeling the need to be doing group rituals or working together with a lot of people. You see her, she's under the big moon and she's in meditation position. She's gone within herself. She's glowing. She is the light. So again, I was just talking about meditating on self-discovery and what's ready to emerge in your path. And this is acknowledging like this is a time to go inside. This may even be acknowledging that the energy is going to be so powerful that a lot of us are going to be too sensitive to really be out and about and dealing with a lot of people. Then we have Perspective. And like I said, the Perspective card is the Hangman in this deck. And I feel like what they're saying here is that we're going to have to take time in this position of light, in this position of going within, to find new perspective, and that it may even take time for the fruits of that intention, that meditation, that time going within to come into fruition. Like you're gonna see things that you can't act on immediately, if that makes sense. And it doesn't negate them, it doesn't make them wrong. It's just the divine timing is key. So you're gonna be seeing things in during this time period, and know that they're coming along later down the line. And we have the Magician, which is our ability to I love this card, by the way. She's such a badass. Um, but this right here is about our ability to co-create with the universe. So it's like all of this time spent going within and finding new perspective is about you going and thus creating something that excuse me, everything that you need is inside of you. You have all of the tools. All of the remembrance is inside of you. There's nothing that you need to take these steps forward that you don't already have. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. And whenever I see the Hierophant in reverse, it's a sign to me that, okay, so sometimes we can get so caught up on looking for confirmation from other people. We can get so caught up in wanting other people to show us the way. And this is confirmation to me that you're going to have to you have to be your own guru in this case. No one's going to be able to tell you what's right or wrong, or what you need to be doing next. They may have opinions, but it's really for you to figure out, because you have to be your own guru in this situation. And if you're a person who's like obsessed with pick a cards, it may even be a sign that you need to take a break, because with all things, moderation is key. And yes, pick a cards can be fun and they can be a great tool. And even me, look right here, I'm doing a collective reading, and some of this will resonate with some of you, and other parts of it will resonate with others of you, and some of you this won't resonate at all, and that just means that this message wasn't for you, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we can't get too wrapped up in that, because when you're so wrapped up in somebody else confirming or telling you what's coming for you, you can't see it, and you start relying on that person's vision for you more than your own thought process, your own heart, your own higher self. You stop connecting with your higher self, because you're just like, confirm this for me, what do I need to do? You're putting your power in somebody else's hands, and right now the power is in your hands. You are the one co-creating. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take a sip of tea first. That's another tip. While we're in this very intense energy, sage tea will be so beneficial. If you're a person who's very sensitive to energy and you're just kind of going through it, you're having trouble grounding yourself, go ahead, drink some sage tea. You can put some honey and some lemon in there if you can't bear the taste. I know it's not for everybody, but it will help you. So let's see what else they may want to share with us about the lunar eclipse energy. What is this lunar eclipse bringing forward for the collective? What is this portal to be used for? Thank you. if we can get another one. This is probably to be useful. What is this? Okay. Oh, wow. That's wild. We got perspective 2 times, 2 different decks, both perspective. Okay. What's this lunar eclipse energy to be used for? Thank you. What is this lunar eclipse energy to be used for? What's this? Thank you. Yes. Okay, so first we have We Are the Hawthorns. I love this card. And Hathor is actually my matron deity. So this card makes me very, very happy. But it says deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So this lunar eclipse is really going to usher in a rebirth. It's a time to resonate on the energy of the Divine Mother and honestly, love, self-love, love for the divine, love for your community, love for people that you don't necessarily even like, because you can't hate somebody that you don't love. So love, yes. And then we have perspective. Look at that. See, I'm not lying. We got perspective twice. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. So this lets me know there's probably some things that some of you are pretty worried about, and they're actually distractions. And they're not really what matters. So your key to finding perspective is taking a step back and allowing yourself to see that what you're stressing out about really isn't what's most important, really doesn't matter. And then practicing compassionate detachment, understanding that if you can view everyone through a third eye perspective, if you can, doesn't make it right, but if you can understand someone else's idiosyncrasies, why they're doing what the hell they're doing, and just practice compassionate detachment, you will be able to just function so much easier in life, because you won't be over there trying to rack your brain and figure out what the hell is wrong with that person. You'll just be like, you know what, that's okay. I see that they're lacking this, or they're going through this, and this is why they're responding this way to me, and that is okay. Because it's never about you. It's always about the other person. It's never about you. And then we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? For some of you, the releasing of karmic debt or karmic bonds, karmic cycles may have to do with boundaries, because a lot of times until we've healed what is the root of that karmic cycle, it will continue to perpetuate through our lives and our relationships, and you will encounter the same situation over and over and over again with different people. You will look up and you will find yourself in the same situation 5 times with 5 different people on 5 different occasions. And that is your sign that it is a karmic cycle, and you have to get to the root of that, and you have to set better boundaries for yourself, and you have to protect your energy, call back your energy, and set the boundaries so that you're safe. Don't discredit yourself. Don't let it be okay for someone to abuse your energy. And then we have, oh, this card is so beautiful. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Do you see the person lying there? Star bathing. Yes. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Yes. Remember I said she is the light. She's gone within. She is the light. So definitely, if you are trying to go through or trying to ignite a rebirth or a new cycle, a new beginning in your life, go ahead and do a star bathing meditation. Go ahead and set the intention to star bathe and to fill your light body with light energy and with star energy, and allow that to activate and surrender to it. Allow it to really just flow through your body. Okay, I'm just gonna rearrange some stuff here. And you know what? It's funny. I didn't even notice that I pulled 4 of the top cards and 4 of these, and that the boundaries card came up right below the magician's card. And so this even lets me, or leads me to believe, what it's sparking inside of my mind is that for some of you, there may be people around you who have you thinking that you can't do it. That for whatever reason, it may not be something that they're saying with their actions. It may be the way that they're responding to you, but they're making you feel like you don't have what it takes, that you can't co-create whatever it is you feel like you're being called to co-create with the universe. And you have to set that boundary and understand that it may be done out of innocence. It's never about you. It's always about the other person. It may be done out of innocence. And it may not even be something that the person is consciously doing, because perception is key. So you don't have to see, perception is key. And here we go talking about perspective. So perception is key. Zoom out and see that perception is key, so that you don't have to be offended. You don't have to feel slighted or upset with them. Just know, like, okay, this is our boundary for right now, because I have to believe that I can get this done for myself. And the way that you're responding to me has me doubting who I am. And I can't afford to doubt who I am right now. Yes. Okay. Messages of encouragement for this. Messages of encouragement. Thank you. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Look, back at the deck energy. Your dreams need a practical plan. I don't know why that really stood out to me. Your dreams need a practical plan. So first, here we have communication is key. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. And really, because, okay, Gemini is the twins. So what I see here is more so communication with your higher self, not necessarily communication with other people. For some of you, it may be communication with other people, but really I feel like the communication that needs to happen here is between you and your higher self, you and your God, you and your spirit team, your spiritual support, because that is what's going to give you the clarity that you need. That is what's going to bring everything forward. It's time to release negativity. So yeah, this definitely can speak for releasing the karmic bonds and debts and cycles. And it can also speak for some of those boundaries and the perspectives that we have of ourselves and of others. But understand that our perspective of others most of the time stems from how we feel about ourselves or how we perceive that person to make us feel. It's time to release the negativity. Super moon, emotions are running high. Yeah, emotions are running high, and they're confirming that this is going to be an emotional time period, probably about the next 1, 2, 3, about the next 4 to 5 days. Emotions are going to be running high. It's going to be a very trying time. And then we have a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra, which Libra is about balance. And I really don't see this as a physical romance. Excuse me. I see this as more so a balance in what we give others and what we give ourselves. A new cycle of romance, a new cycle of loving ourselves, because what we're giving others and what we give to ourselves is now equal, is beginning. Yeah, so let's see if there's anything else. Any final words? Any final words? Nope. I think that's it. Any final words? Nope, that's it. Okay, so let's just go on to our love notes. I love this deck. This is love notes or notes from the universe on love and connection. I love it so much. I feel like it can just relate to anything in life. So, any final words? Okay. Let's see. I feel like there's one more. Thank you. Okay. So, first we have, it's not only about being right. In all tests of character, when two viewpoints are pitted against each other, in the final analysis, the thing that strikes most is not who was right or wrong, strong or weak, wise or foolish, but who went to greater lengths to consider the other person's perspective. Shut the front fucking door. So, perspective. 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 Literally, the word perspective has come out 3 times in this reading. And okay, some of you guys are battling with yourself about perspective, about yourself, about your life, about whether you're a failure, whether you're not, what you should be doing, what you are doing. And then others of you, this is you battling with someone else. And it's not about being right. You'll never win that way. It's not about being right. Just function in love. Because look, here we have love in spite of it all. Before this odyssey ever began, there was you, your friends, and wide-eyed curiosity among you about who would be the first to leap, the first to forget, the first to kiss, the first to tell, the first to fall, the first to get back up, the first to remember that it all began with a dare to love in spite of it all. Yeah, I think that speaks for itself. I'm reading this book right now, and um, it's about goddess energy, because I'm getting ready to do a series on goddess energy and embodying that in your life and the different archetypes. And so they're talking about, they were talking about Oshun, who is, um, she's the Orisha um, of Sweetwater and the river. She is a warrior. And they say that she's not a warrior in the sense of a sword and shield wielding um, badass, but she is a warrior because she understands that sometimes the best way to win the war is with love. And that love will sometimes get you further than brute force. And she can see that and she embodies that. And that is why she's a warrior. She's not afraid to love, even when loving doesn't make sense. And then we have, you'll finally found and been loved by someone. Amazing, awesome, fun, and fantastic. Chances are astronomical you will again. If you haven't found yet found such person, chances are astronomical that you will. So, chances are astronomical that you will find whatever it is that you are searching for. And they want you to have that confirmation. For some of you, it may be love. You may be afraid to let go. Maybe the perspective is that you're afraid to let go of what doesn't work for you anymore, what hasn't worked in a long time, relationship wise, because you're afraid to be alone. Maybe the perspective is that you're in denial about your life purpose and what you should be doing, or looking for that purpose and what you should be doing, and stepping outside of the box and giving yourself perspective increases your chance that you will find what you seek. Whatever it is, the answers are inside of you. And this full moon is about clearing out the bullshit so that you can find what really is there and what you've supposed to have been working with and on from the get-go. Yeah. I feel like this is a good place to end this. And I feel like I've said everything that needs to be said. Yeah, we're done. We're done. So I'm gonna play a little of this grounding sound bowl on the way out. I love each and every one of you. Drop some topics below. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know if you're interested in pick a cards. Maybe I'll do a couple of those. I have some fun things planned out, and I'm going to get more consistent about dropping these videos as the summer continues. So, yeah, have a great, great 4th of July. I don't really celebrate it, but if you do, happy 4th. And just stay safe. Remember to wear your mask. Remember to wash your damn hands. Don't be going every damn where because it's not safe. What else? Yeah. Have a great full moon. And I love you guys.